to Anglesey for the Clubmans Sport Prototype Race 2 of the weekend. My name is Andy Webster here to take you through the action today. We've got a very thick and full field, and I'm also joined in the commentary box, thankfully, by Pete Richings, veteran of Clubmans Sport Prototype. Pete, you're going to do the honours of reading out our grid for us.
Sure, and it's as always with Clubmans Sports Prototype, it's a 1-1 grid, and I think we saw in the first race the value of that 1-1 grid
so.
when Michelle Hayward stalled on the line. She didn't blame me for giving her advice on how to start, by the way. She was okay about it. But yeah, so that gives plenty of room for drivers to dodge around, so it's well worth doing. So the grid is formed from the finishing order of the first race. So naturally we've got James Clark, who won that race quite clearly on pole, with Cody Tree alongside him. Cody's gone for a different set of tyres, which he was using yesterday testing, which he was a bit quicker, so he's hoping, and we're hoping, that there's a closer race there. The next row is Tom Bellamy and Clive Wood, also CSP1 cars, and the third row will be Steve Collier and Jared Lester. Jared driving his father's car again in this race. His father will take over again tomorrow. So those first 6 cars are all CSP1 cars. Then on the next row in 7th position we get Matthew Gauthier Thornton, who won the CSP2 class, and he's ahead of Paul Masters, who won the CSP A class. Matthew just managed to overtake Paul on the last corner of the last lap, which was, and then of course, as you may recall, he took the checkered flag,
yes,
which
did,
was slightly
yes.
premature, but anyway, it's fine. 9th place is Graham Wilson in the CSP1 car, with alongside him Will Freeman in the 2nd place CSP2 car. Will's had to have a new clutch plate since the first race, so there's been lots of frantic work going on by his father and in the paddock to get that sorted. 11th place is Samantha Evans, CSP2, and Rodney Player, both CSP2 cars. 13th is Tom Muirhead, who clearly won the CSPB class, and he's alongside Gareth Salter from CSP2. Tommy Weyer, who had to come from the back of the grid in the first race, is 15th. And he's alongside Pippa Tanner-Wood, who was the 2nd CSPB car. Then we've got Neil Chapman, CSP2, Steve Littler, CSPB, Brian Hunter, CSPB, Mike Upton, CSPB. And then we've got the drivers who had problems in the first race and didn't finish. Alan Cook, who's in a CSP1 car, he had a problem with the diff oil seal. Which
he might move forward then through this race.
He will, undoubtedly. Michelle Hayward, who sustained a bit of accident damage in that little kerfuffle we saw up at the top of the track, broke her radiator, so Michelle obviously had to stop and all the coolant fell out. Barry Webb, who was also involved in that incident, had damaged a wheel, he had to stop. And Roger Watton's starter motor jammed.
Ready for the start very shortly. That's a short lap, 1.55 miles, this coastal circuit configuration. Just to tell you that the championship standings, James Clark led coming into this, and I'm sure has extended that from Steve Dickens and Jared Lester. CSP2 led by Freeman, A by Charteris, B by Muirhead. The leaders are in position. It'll just be a few more seconds before we have the whole grid assembled.
Yeah, the last car's just coming down the corkscrew now, so shouldn't be too long before they're all formed up on the grid.
I imagine it quite a challenge to be starting behind the final corner here,
and
in fact also pointing downhill for the last 2 rows.
I was talking to some of the drivers. They have a job seeing the red lights on the top of the end of the pit road as well.
Sure.
There,
well, here is the red lights. They are on. We're ready to get racing. Will James Clark get away? Well, no, but Cody Tree with initial launch, very good indeed. James Clark with the second white going very well on the inside into target corner, and they will manage to go cleanly through. It is James Clark who didn't get the best of launches, but managed to just about pick up the wheel spin, make a correction on the order as he went through there. James Clark with a good exit out of the banking. We've got a couple of side-by-side runners as they come through. Church for the first time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all nice and safely. Looks like everybody has made it round safely and soundly. The first for the first half lap at least. And James Clark barreling on up the hill into the Rocket Inn, but we've got a big
Jared Lester's
problem.
Gone off on a run up there onto the grass.
Rocket Inn. There was a huge lockup, but I think has managed to collect it before causing any damage.
Yeah, it looked like he just ran out of road as he went up there and took a trip down the grass. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, there will be cold tyres causing a much reduced braking performance. Yeah, Rocket Inn. There was a huge lockup. But James Clark, so far, has been the class of the field and the class of the championship, and launches one out of the final corner. Cody Tree a lot closer than he was, and through the first for the first race on the second lap, and also car 32. That is Collier, very close behind Wood, and hounding him down. The red liveried car up against Wood in the grey with the yellow flashings.
Yeah, I see Alan Cook's coming through quite quickly from his position right at the back of the grid as we expected.
Good stuff from him, and as the front two start leading, that is a big move on the rear axle from Wood, who was struggling to get the car cleanly out of Church Corner, was then lost out through School, and as they head towards Rocket Inn, a big close down. Oh wow, it's almost running into the back when Collier and just ran out of racing room. Wood was on the limit, and Collier was just past it.
Yeah, Clive Wood's looking quite threatening now. I think that could grow up into quite a good scrap there if he can get past Collier and challenge. Challenge Tom Bellamy in front of him.
Well,
and Cody Tree's certainly sticking closer to James Clark this time.
He is. They're looking good at coming out of the final corner, and actually Bellamy looking pretty good as well, managing to head this tail of the podium, and that is Gautier Thornton. I think just losing a place to kind of a 10 Masters, who is out of position here, but maybe he's going to have another go round the outside. These are not fighting for in-class honours. That is Gautier Thornton round the outside of Masters, making a rare move round the outside of the banking. Not seen many of those completed well today, but is that the difference in car performance coming to the front?
Yeah, he's got a lot more power, so I think that would explain he was able to sort of get. Although Gautier Thornton's back in front again now, but I think he's going to squeeze. No, Gautier Thornton's braked a lot later, so he's going to stay in front. I noticed that Clive Wood has also passed Steve Collier now and is closing in on Tom
Bellamy.
And Cody Tree much closer to James Clark this time. This is looking like a race today at the front.
The lead gap now down to less than a second. That's 0.994, and actually fastest lap of the race so far for Cody Tree, a 106.0. Very impressive early on in this race as the tyres are still building temperature and the battle for the podium continues. Bellamy, Wood, Collier is the order, and then further down Gautier Thornton in the CSP2 leading several out-of-class cars and putting in a great performance.
I noticed that in CSP2, Will Freeman made quite a slow start. I guess he was being careful with that new clutch that his dad fitted, so he's worked himself up to second in class now, which is good.
Really thrilling battle for the podium continues as Cody Tree is trying to continue to be quicker than Clark in front. James Clark not having it all his own way so far in this period. That is a pass against Masters by Wilson. Wilson sneaking one ahead there in the CSP1 class under the better handling CSP. And there is James Clark clearing the line, and I think extending the gap by a significant margin that lap.
Yes, he certainly edged him a little bit on that lap, didn't he? Yes.
Really, really much stronger laps. And here they go then. The Pato for third position as they pass our commentary position. It is still Bellamy, Wood and Collier.
That's a very good scrap for last place on the podium, isn't it? Coach Thornton went well clear in CSP2 and actually got ahead of a couple of CSP1 cars.
He absolutely has. He's driving fantastically. His teammate is leading this race, so they'll be talking with each other about how to maximise the trips through this Anglesey Coastal Circuit configuration. As now you can see Wood getting closer and closer.
Really getting close, isn't he?
He really
Tom
is.
Bellamy now. Yeah.
He'll have an opportunity into the big stop into Rocket Inn, but the car gets so unbalanced off camber and blind entry. It's really difficult to make the move work there. It's a lot easier to see your way in and out of the banking corner than it is into Rocket Inn and Rocket out. And you might even see someone have a little look down the inside into the corkscrew shortly, but Clive Wood very, very close now.
James Clark still continuing to edge away from Cody Tree. Nothing like he did in the first race earlier, but just edging away. Clive Wood still looking very close to Tom Bellamy. I think if Clive could find a way past, he'd be able to pull away, but Tom Bellamy is not the easiest driver to overtake. He knows where to put the car on the road.
And Clive dives down the inside into the banking, but that was a bit too late and a bit too short.
Tom knows how to close the door politely, I should say.
But Clive Wood was very quick on the way out, and in fact it was compromised on the entry on the apex of the church corner that time, and if he could have just kept his foot down, he would have been drawing alongside as they go past the school building on the exit of school corner, and then they're down and they hit the rise all the way up to Rocket Inn, and this time Clive Wood is getting caught by Collier. Such was his loss of momentum all the way back at Church Corner. Some good battles going on further down the grid as well, but we'll keep you abreast of what's going on. Leader of CSP2 remains Gautier Thornton. Leader of and the sole runner in A is Masters, and in the CSPB the leader is currently Muirhead still, as they were at the start of the race. The class leaders still leaders of the race.
The leader is currently Muirhead still, as they were.
I think Clive Wood's just having a little sit back and going to have another attack on Tom Bellamy when he gets the opportunities.
Oh, there's a nice move through the school corner there by the black car. Very nicely done indeed. And again, bit of side-by-side action for 52 and 60 as they head through into the twisty complex of Rockets and Peel, and followed by the corkscrew corner as well. In fact, that blue car just moving out of the way, and it looks like that's Cody Tree coming through. Is it car 71 already starting to lap the slower runners?
Yeah, we're about halfway through the race. Yeah, and we've got a lot of lappery taking place now.
James Clark, and I wonder, James Clark in the lead of the race.
Yeah.
It looks like that lap 4 was an aberration where Cody Tree closed right up. So it looks like normal service resumed. He does have a 105 on the board once again, does James Clark, and I wonder if Cody Tree can get anywhere near that. Well, he's on a 106.0 so far. And
Collier's very close to Wood now. They've got
Absolutely.
closed up in the back markers there, and Tom Bellamy's pulled away a little bit from them.
They have really struggled through those back markers, and really struggling Wood to hold off the attentions of Collier for that 4th place.
I think that Cody Tree put some tyres back on that he liked yesterday when he was testing, when he was quicker, but they're not the newest of tyres, so
right.
It may well be that whilst he had a nice early start, they're starting to go away from him a little bit now. And
good to see car 82 still running in CSP1. Good to see that car running this time much better than it did in the first race.
yeah, Michelle had that little tag with another car and broke the radiator, so she had to start right at the back. And it's good to see her working her way through the field now. Yeah,
Absolutely.
don't worry, but as we get the gender right, that's box number one, trying to that one, absolutely. Yeah.
So there is, then we've got Bellamy with a good lead now on that podium ahead of Wood and Collier, who chase him down. There's 2 seconds clear, and their lead at the front for James Clark is 7.3 seconds. No change in class honours either, as Gautier, Thornton, Masters and Muirhead still head each of their respective classes.
Yeah, and Alan Cook's now caught with Paul Masters,
yeah.
So
Masters, isn't it? Yeah.
So Alan has worked his way up well from the back of the field after his problems in the first race.
Bellamy able to tear through the back mark as well, and this is Wood still defending here from Collier. Collier in the red, Wood in the grey with the yellow.
Him.
He was alongside him slightly there, but there's less grip on the inside of the exit. And they condense very close. I don't think Clive Wood's going to be very impressed with car 52 there, who significantly slowed him as they went through, but it looks like he's at least giving equal treatment to the car behind Clive Wood. In fact, he's gone back ahead as they go through the corkscrew and down.
I think Clive's got a problem.
Absolutely, yeah. Slowing now through the exit at the final corner, and that looks like the Wood Collier battle has run and done.
But I've got to say, in Steve Collier's defence, this is easily the best race he's had since he's been in Clubmans. He's had a lot of problems, he's done a lot of work on the car. This is a new body he's done himself over the winter. Found a lot of speed.
It's a unique body configuration.
It is,
as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he did it all himself in the garage over the winter, and it's going really well. This is the best I've ever seen him go.
It's almost inspired by the Porsche Le Mans prototype entry with those pointed wheel arch covers.
There's definitely a bit of Bell MP inspiration there, isn't there? Yeah.
Absolutely. I didn't actually realise until looking at the cars in detail that they were free to modify their own bodywork. James Clark comes through, and it looks like Cody Tree has yet to even get there. Here he comes to cross the line, passing car 42 as he does so, and Cody Tree now 9 seconds with 3.5 minutes to run.
Yeah, one of the great things about Clubmans is there's quite a lot of freedom with the regulations. So, we have some regulations, but it's quite a lot of freedom. So it's good for car owners to develop their cars, and as you can see, they're pretty quick, great to drive, but pretty cost effective to run.
Yeah, and a lot of the cars seem to, there's a lot of variants at the back end of the cars as well. If you can pay a lot of attention, see James Clark's entry has got a very significant diffusion on the back.
No two cars, even when they're the same description, no two cars are actually the same as each other. They're all got lots of little modifications the drivers the owners have done to them themselves.
Absolutely. Well, flying through, you've got some that are open front wheels and some that are not, as they go through, and they're all negotiating for room on the racetrack.
But James Clark continues to lead this one.
But James Clark continues to lead this one from Cody Tree, Bellamy, Collier, Gautier, Thornton now up into 5th place overall, and that would be a significantly strong result for the Class 2 CSP car.
Yeah, no, that's a great performance from Matthew. He didn't have a good first meeting at Silverstone, but he's certainly making up for it here this weekend.
Absolutely.
And this is a real driver's circuit, so I think that explains it.
We're not intending to throw shade on any particular circuit like Silverstone, but this one definitely is one where the drivers make a difference.
They really
far more of the lap.
They really can make a difference right here.
And the undulation, the drivers love the undulation of this circuit as well. It's just a thrilling roller coaster ride.
I think any circuit's got significant elevation change. Drivers always love, yeah.
Absolutely. How about these long wheelbases though? Getting through that corkscrew. Is anyone having problems? Do you know, just managing to get the car settled down again?
I don't think. I mean, the wheelbase does make a difference to the cars. It makes them a little more stable, but less nimble.
do you know, just managing to get the car settled down again?
I don't think. I mean, the wheelbase does make a difference to the cars. It makes them a little more stable, but less nimble. But
I think everybody finds the ball really difficult, whatever wheelbase they go. Yeah. You always get to the end of it and think, I could have gone down there quicker than I did.
So
or you've gone off the road.
We have 1 minute 31 to go. James Clark has just passed the timekeeper and starters line, so I think we'll have two more laps now. So we will be running to a finish. Hopefully we'll get green flag racing all the way to a finish. A brilliant race so far. Just to update you on those class leaders once again: James Clark for Class 1, Gautier Thornton for 2, Masters the lone runner in A, and then still Muirhead still leading in Class B, but he's close behind by about 4 seconds. Is now 11 seconds. We've got Tanner Wood and Weyer just behind by 2 seconds in the Class 2 entry. So it's a big mix in the midfield as to class honours here.
That's another factor of this circuit, that you do get a lot of mixture, so you get the quicker drivers in the lower classes. Oh, we got Barry Webb just gone off on the back straight over there.
Yeah,
He's taken the nose off.
Has made a right mess of that front end, unfortunately. It might look like smooth, beautiful laid turf out there, but I'm sure there's plenty of lumps and bumps and rabbit holes, certainly hair holes at least, that will be causing the cars to bottom out and lose that. I don't see actually where the front wing is. I wonder if one of our camera operators can make a look. But car 81 has a significantly wrong-looking rear end, so it could be that was a result of contact if there's two cars with issue like that.
Yeah, I hope not, because they made contact in the first race, and
Okay, yes.
We may have a discussion in the paddock if that's the case.
Indeed. Well,
I hope not.
I hope you can, if they are having a decision, go and
I'm not sure they were on the same bit of track at the time, but we'll find out, I'm sure.
Absolutely. So the last lap has begun. We are about to finish up. It looks to be going the same way as before. The starter is looking for the correct dark green racing entry here to wave the flag for as we come out of the final corner. It looks like there it is. James Clark wins race 2 as it was in race 1. Cody Tree, I think a lot further back perhaps than he would like. I saw a red car coming very close behind James Clark, but it was a different red car. It wasn't Cody Tree. He was just coming towards the final corner now, in fact. So James Clark absolutely bossing it again, and hats off to him. Cody Tree in second place, 21.5 seconds away. As Bellamy crosses the line in third place, completes the podium. I thought he was just finishing that distinctive black wheel arches, wheel covers, and he completes into fourth position. Will Gautier Thornton finish head of Class 2? Yes, he will, and he loves a little gesture to his mechanic.
Alan Cook just got in front.
Oh, there we go.
Alan Masters,
in the beautiful Martini-inspired CSP1, got ahead of Masters, who completes that CSP A victory, as it were. James Clark's already coming round to finish his second lap here.
James Clark wants to win the race twice.
He's done it again, hasn't he? He's gone for another one. So he's gone for a parade lap. but the checkered flag has fallen, and we will take you through the provisional results here. But another masterclass from James Clark.
I did get James Clark to put some gold stickers on his mirror so that the starter could identify him this time. So.
Very good indeed. Well, again, a very, very impressive display from James Clark. I wonder if Cody Tree or anyone else can find anything overnight, Pete.
Well, they've got a lot to find, haven't they? I mean, whilst it stayed close for the first few laps, once James got the hammer down, then he was not going to be beaten. So there's a lot of work to be done tonight to find that time, I think.